Seen just a few predictably loud here in KC. The Chiefs took the field, and they are set with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Arrowhead. This is taken just shy of the 10. Just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Slot. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. A dump down to McKinnon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 31, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 13. Kansas City first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Josh Gordon there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Hey, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Forced out to his left. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Jarek McKinnon from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their... CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making, both on display.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Play action, now it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. The final shot before half for Brady. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin as time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers get a late touchdown here on the final play of the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
The final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads. They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's got room. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took it beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On third down, Bernard breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Succop for the extra point. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now Coach Bruce Arians has made the call. His guys will go for 2. Brady's going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 42. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Mahomes now on 1st down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum certainly direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Darrell Williams, 30 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Brady now on 1st down. Open man, Gronkowski complete. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner, who's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by LJay Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And Gordon's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's Mahomes. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Here again is McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. William Golston able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chiefs have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
On 1st down, Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college. So sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Flushed out right.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette, 84 yards. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Leonard Fournette, for a big back, he can cover a lot of ground, and he showed off the athleticism there as he broke off a big one.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the 4th quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Not much there, only a yard.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.